Rolling.
Bengaluru. One sec. ಹಲೋ ಹಾಂ ಸರ್ ಪಾರ್ಸಲಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಹಾಂ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಡೆಡ್ ಎಂಡು. ಅದೇ ಇವಾಗ ಕಸ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ರೈಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಡೆಡ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಮನೆ. ಓಕೆ ಹಾಂ ರೆಡಿ ರೋಲ್. Bengaluru is drowning in garbage. It's everywhere. In fact, it has become a permanent feature, like a landmark. You can even give directions because these black spots are so common. Why does Bengaluru have so much garbage on the road? This is a simple question which has a complex answer. Why? We find out in this video. Name one issue that bothers you the most in Bengaluru.
Traffic.
Transportation.
Roads.
My guess is as good as anybody's. I think it's the traffic.
Traffic.
Waterlogging problem.
Overpopulation.
I like my city. I don't have any issues.
I'm happily enjoying the Bangalore.
Am I overreacting? Why is no one bothered about garbage? Because it's everywhere. We have become used to it and we have stopped seeing it. Bengaluru was not always like this. The city has really good waste management rules, at least on paper. Collection of wet waste on daily basis and dry waste twice in a week. Collection of waste from doorstep by following a fixed time schedule. In no case should the waste touch the ground. But in reality, where does it all start falling apart?
Basically, the population explosion that happened here post 2000, Bangalore becoming bigger without creating the infrastructure. If you have been around in Bangalore before 2000, you will know that Bangalore had huge cement rings. They were not even bins. They were kept in every nook and corner, and people were supposed to dump garbage in it. So later, in 1999, there came this Bangalore Agenda Task Force, which was formed under the leadership of Nandan Nilekani and Chief Ministership of S.M. Krishna. So they wanted to introduce many transformational changes into the city governance. So this was one of the ideas they had, that the waste has to be segregated. In the year 2000, they removed those cement rings and introduced door-to-door collection. People were supposed to segregate at home and hand it over to the BBMP. So every other task force that came after BITF continued, even BBMP also continued the same policy.
So actually in Bangalore there is no bin kept anywhere and there is a door-to-door collection policy. So what do you think, how is that working for citizens?
Actually, it's not actually working fine. Actually, before it was better. Actually, when I think about the old things where they used to keep them big one where we can actually dump it if they are not coming to collect it, but now we don't find that also, and they are also not coming regularly. So we find that garbage piling up in the roadside or near that hopcoms and all, so which is actually problematic to even walk, and it is very smelly, and that's very difficult actually.
ಸೊ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
ನಾನು ಸುಮಾರು 23 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
23 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ?
ಇದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂತು.
ಮೊದಲು ಕಸದ ತೊಟ್ಟಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಈಗ ಇವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿರೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಆದರೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಈ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಸ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ?
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ನೈಟು, ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಆಫೀಸು ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತಾವ್ರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಗಾಡಿ
ಅಂದರೆ ಮನೆ ಡೋರ್ ಟು ಡೋರ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ,
ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮನೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋದವ್ರು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇಳಿಸಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಂಡತಿಗಳವರು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮನೆ ನಾಷ್ಟ ಇಷ್ಟ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ನಾಷ್ಟ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಆವಾಗ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದು ಹಾಕೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋ ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು ಮನೆಯದವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಗಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
The main issue is door-to-door waste collection. The no-bin policy can only work if the collection happens from all the households every day and on time. ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ರೀಸನ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು?
ಒಂದು ರೀಸನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಏರಿಯಾ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅವರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಡೈಲಿ ಏರಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ.
ಸೋಫಾ ಕಮೋಡು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹಾಕೋಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಾರಣ ಅಂತ?
ಅದು ಮುರಿಯೋ ಥರ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪುಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಲಾರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮುರಿಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಹಂಗೆ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
ನೈಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಬರ್ದು ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ತಂದು ನೈಟೇ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಎತ್ತೋದು ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿ? ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Every day in Bengaluru, a single auto tipper like this caters to 800 households. Let's say it takes 1 minute to cover one house. Then the tipper needs 800 minutes or 13 hours to cover all the houses it is assigned to, which is insane.
So I will tell you what, see, this is a well thought of plan. Right. 2016 we had the pilot done in Yelahanka zone. So there was a micro plan created. For every 750 households, there was a boundary fixed. And time and motion study has been done. So literally they have seen how much time it takes for the auto tipper. They go for 750 houses. That is the quantum expected. So it is well within the 8-hour reach. So this micro plan, what was done in Yelahanka, and then very next year 2017 it was extended to the entire all 8 zones of Bangalore. So all 8 zones we have micro plan, and each block the 750 household is one block. For one block we have one auto tipper.
800 ಮನೆ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೀನು ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ, ಮಾಡಿದಾನ ಯಾವನ? ಸಾಧ್ಯನಾ? 8 ಗಂಟೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಒಬ್ಬ ಲೇಬರು. 1 ಅವರ್ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡು, 7 ಅವರ್ಸು, 7 6 42, 420 ಮನೆ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಇನ್ನು 400 ಮನೆ ಕಸ ಎಲ್ಲೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕತೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ?
You just heard from the Bengaluru Solid Waste Management Limited, or BSWML, the agency that manages the city's garbage, and the Contractors Association, who are contracted by the BSWML to collect the waste from the city. And it seems to me that they do not agree with each other. So here we are, back to square one in the circular blame game. So, the players so far? Ordinary citizens like you and me, who may or may not have access to door-to-door collection. Contractors who pick up waste and employ the auto tippers, who also say they are not paid or face delayed payments by the BBMP. And finally, the BSWML, who have the best rules but not enough money to pay the contractors.
So there's a bifurcation in the role. So collection, transportation, processing and disposal is done by BBMP, and done by BSWML. And BBMP is responsible for public places, public toilets and Swachh Sarvekshan.
Bengaluru has a separate department, as you heard, to manage the city's waste. The BBMP limits within the city generates close to 6,000 tons of solid waste every day. This includes wet, dry and sanitary waste. Bengaluru currently has 8 wet waste processing centers, which have a combined capacity to process 1,500 tons of waste. The remaining 3,500 tons are taken to the Kannur landfill in North Bengaluru. This is a large abandoned quarry and is the only active landfill in the city. So, what happens to the remaining 1,000 tons of waste? With the separate agencies, contractors, lack of funds, non-functional waste processing plants and everything else that is going on or not going on, even the Deputy Chief Minister and the Minister in charge of Bengaluru is frustrated.
So many garbage mafia.
ಇದೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಾಫಿಯಾ.
Sir, DK Shivakumar he said garbage mafia is there. ಅವರು ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮಾಫಿಯಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ತೋರಿಸ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಫಿಯಾ? ಒಬ್ಬ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟರ್ ಮಗ ಇದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಯ್ತಾ? ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಯ್ತಾ? MLA ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮಂದಿರು ಬಂದು ಇದನ್ನು ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ? ಯಾವುದು ಮಾಫಿಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಇವರು ಮಾಫಿಯಾ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವರು ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ತಂತ್ರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋರು ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
The other day, DK Shivakumar, our Deputy Chief Minister, was talking about garbage mafia. Do you have any idea what he meant by that?
Garbage in Bangalore is a 1,000 crore business. Of this, there are four typical activities. One is collection of waste from houses and commercial establishments. Second is the transportation. Third is processing, and fourth is the disposal. For collection and transportation alone, BBMP spends 550 crore. And who are the players involved? All of them are private players. BBMP has engaged them purely on what they call service contract. So there is no tendering system. In government, everything has to be tendered out. But in garbage, BBMP has not tendered this work out, although it cost 550 crore. Most of these contractors are close relatives of elected representatives, and in some cases there are relatives of officials are also involved. Although many governments have changed, the contractors have not changed, so they remain. Since 2012, we do not have a system where there have been bids, competitive bids, and we have contractors. So the prices are fixed by the government. That helps the contractors and also the engineers. So the accountability is not much. In 2022, Bombay government did make an effort to reboot the system by bringing in new players and also new vehicles. The tender went on for 2 years and the government changed, and now we hear that there is a plan to cancel that tender and again float a fresh tender. The reason is that the contractors formed a cartel and bid about 50 to 80% more than what the BBMP estimates were. Since the High Court was monitoring the case, it gave a fresh deadline to complete the retendering work by 4 months. So there is a hope that we will have a new system in place. And since the court is monitoring it, we may get new players as well as new vehicles with more accountability.
Apart from the High Court, there is one more development to try and fix things. On April 1st this year, the BBMP introduced a new garbage cess in Bengaluru to be paid along with the property tax, which has increased the taxes by 20 to 35%.
See, the 1986 Environment Protection Act, that itself had told that the municipality can levy user fee for all the civic amenities it is giving. Also, there is the SWM rules 2016, there is the SWM bylaws of BBMP 2020 and the Act. Everywhere it is written that we have to collect a user fee. What we had earlier was SWM cess. That cess takes care of only the public place cleanliness maintenance. But for these operations, as I told you, there are 5,000 auto tippers, there are 600 compactors. All of these have to be paid on a monthly basis, the hiring charges. And then the processing plant, it has an O&M of its own, right, and the transportation. So all this has a fee, and we just intend to recover the operational expenditure, not even the capital expenditure of the solid waste management. The operational expenditure is about 850 crores per year. That is what we incurred, and from the user fee we are expecting about 700 crores.
The good thing about this cess is that now the BBMP is accountable to us and we can demand these services to improve. But there is this group in Bengaluru who decided long ago that they would do what they can to beautify some of the worst black spots in the city. The Ugly Indian is completely volunteer driven. The group was formed in 2010 and has become famous over the years for their work in spot fixing of neglected public areas like black spots.
We are all part of the problem, let's all be part of the solution. So it's a very simple idea. Kaam chalu, muh band, I am told, is the philosophy. Go and work with your own hands and solve the problems, treat it like your own, take ownership. That's the Ugly Indian.
Most of the black spots in Bengaluru will have these two things in common: sofa and commode.
Now it is back in its constituent ingredients. This is ceramic, this is mud. So now we have reduced a commode into one bandli. So now the good part is this is acceptable. So we have converted an unacceptable waste into acceptable waste. This will go into, we have Ravi from the AGM from CB Ramanagar. Sir, you will accept this and send it for C&D waste?
It will be going for C&D waste, sir, with the debris.
So we have
for recycling.
But before we broke it, it was not acceptable. It was called...
Yeah. Not acceptable.
So the act
because
of
it covers more space. Transportation also, it's very tough.
So now this is easy to transport. It is understandable. Okay, bye. I've taken my commode. You never ask what the plumber does with the old things. Nobody asks. So whenever there is a change, the plumbers will always keep it outside and go. You'll find all bathroom fittings kept outside and nobody's responsibility.
And same with the sofa, you have to dismantle it before you discard it.
A sofa is made of wood pieces and fabric. It takes so much bulk because the cost of transportation is very high so they have to be efficient. So the materials, cloth and wood they can take, but when it is in the shape of a sofa, it will fill that auto. Now by doing bulk breaking, we have made it acceptable. I hope this can happen everywhere in Bangalore. When a sofa is seen, it is broken and taken away. There's a very simple process to eliminate a black spot, and it goes like this. Step 1 is of course speak to the BBMP and say let's jointly attack it. Step 2, these spots are cleaned every day as a matter of course, so just go in and clean the place, but do a very thorough clean. Step 3 is once the place is clean, repair whatever is broken. So in this case today we repaired the footpath, we removed things that no one removes like commodes, sofas, make the footpath absolutely clean. See what a change in like 1 hour. Already it's walkable. It's clean, there's no smell, there are no commodes, there are no sofas. So see, we're walking on the footpath which was not there. Right. It's so much fun to walk on a repaired footpath. Right. See, it's just been repaired. Right. I'm still on the footpath. Step 4, beautify it. In this case, paint the wall. Step 5, once the wall is painted, hand it over to the BBMP marshals to look at it for the next 24 hours. And what is nice is by the time the work is done, locals have taken charge. You already have owners. And what we have learned is that people respond. People respond positively when they see change done without any agenda. If you notice, there are no placards here, we're not showing our name, we're not protesting, we're not even making and taking any credit for it. People understand that. And so when they can see this has been done genuinely for solving a problem, it actually gets solved.
Why are you painting the wall?
So nobody can throw garbage here.
Who are the people who should be responsible in making the city clean?
The people in the world.
Do all minor repairs, remove debris, clean and paint the wall, beautify, hand over to the marshals, keep one night vigil, and for the next 3 days make sure that you are absolutely zero tolerance. So tomorrow if anyone dumps garbage, they will be caught and they will be fined, and the news will spread in local WhatsApp groups. It's a simple process, and in our books, if the place remains clean for 30 days, unsupervised, then it's a success. Just because it's clean, it's not a success. We have to be at it. What we forget is that when everyone works jointly, people actually come out of the way to protect it. So that's the process.
We started this video knowing that the garbage issue in Bengaluru doesn't have a simple answer. But what is clear is that the issue can't be ignored or wished away. While we wait for all the processes to be streamlined, you and I can do the bare minimum. Segregate, compost, and do not litter. Share this video for maximum reach and let us know how you think the garbage and the black spot issue in Bengaluru can be fixed.